Happy Friday, NTA. How's it going, everybody? Yeah, it's getting down to the wire. Our last vote's coming up on Tuesday. Hopefully, at the end of the day, I'm your next NTA president. I wanted to reach out one more time to earn as much support as I could heading into the final vote. So, over the last little while, I've talked a lot about myself, so I'm not going to do that today. If you haven't been following along and you're unaware, please click on the link attached to the video here and go to my NTA Facebook page that I created. Check out all my info and all the languages available, English, French, Inuit-Nukton, and Inuktitut. And there's a couple other videos there you can watch as well. What I want to spend my time talking about right now is what I'm going to do if I'm elected. So I got a few guarantees and I got a few goals. My first guarantee is that I'm going to improve communication from the NTA office to you, the members. This has been made abundantly clear to me by our membership that they do not feel like they are in the loop. Our communications had a bit of a breakdown over the last 10 years. That's got to change. So if I'm elected, I'm going to really work hard on building back up our communication from our office to our members, so you, the members, feel supported and strengthened, because our membership is only as strong as you. If you've lost faith in the NTA, then we're going to have a weak membership. If we can build up that trust, regain your support, make you feel involved, then we're going to have an even stronger association. So there's two ways we can do this. If I'm elected, I'm going to go to Central Council and I'll propose two ideas. We'll either have a communications committee. Hopefully we'd have applicants from every region. We'd select one applicant from each region across Nunavut, as well as somebody from the NTA office. This group would meet regularly, come out with ideas of what they can put out to the membership monthly, an informed newsletter that's going out. We could highlight schools, we could highlight positive things that are happening, but we can also include important and relevant NTA information that you need to know. A lot of people have miscommunications and they've been misinformed, and that leads to some resentment. So the more information people have, the better. The other option is that we create a new elected position. Members PR director, members communication director, something like that, but a new elected position that's going to sit on Central Council, and that'd be their sole job, is to work on communicating with you, the members. So that's something we can do. Something else I'm going to guarantee is that I'm going to examine Northern Allowance. I'm not promising I'm going to change it, but I want to look at it. Our Northern Allowance hasn't been changed since 2013, and a lot of people feel this is important to them. This is something that they want looked at, they want re-examined. So I promise that I will look at it. The other thing I can guarantee is that I'm going to be a voice for all of Nunavut. Having lived in 2 to 3 regions, I have a pretty good grasp of some of the situations and the problems that some of these communities are facing. And I think we need someone there who's going to represent everybody and have a good idea of what people are going through. So if I'm elected, I'm really going to reach out to the government and talk on issues that involve you, that are specific to you, and try to help each community in Nunavut. I got some goals. Now, these are goals, these aren't promises. But one of my big goals is Nunavut-made curriculum. Okay, we've been a territory since '99, and we don't have a lot in terms of Nunavut-made curriculum. So for me to say I'm going to guarantee you the world, it would be a false election promise. But what I will do is I'll really push to start with one health curriculum. I think we need a revamped Nunavut-made translated health curriculum that's relevant to our students and their needs. We need something with a heavy focus on mental health issues and coping skills. For starters, I'm tired of losing students. I've lost a lot over 11 years. This is a problem. Like, look at what's happening with the pandemic, how the government reacts. This should be happening when it comes to suicides. And why can't they start with something made in Nunavut for Nunavut students to focus on them and their needs? So another goal of mine would be to work on having more NTA representation across the board. We have a lot of, this comes down to communication again. Our members don't feel involved, don't feel valued, so they haven't been running for positions. Our regional positions, a lot of them are acclaimed. I'm a regional representative. My position was acclaimed. We need people to want these positions and to get out there and run for them. I've talked to a lot of people over the campaign where in the back of my head, I'm thinking, why aren't you running for president? Why didn't you run for any position? Because you're so passionate about the union. You're so passionate about the issues that we have. So I want to restore that and encourage people to run. There's also this mentality that you can't be on central council unless you're from Iqaluit. Iqaluit's a wonderful place to work. There's great teachers there, but there's also people out in the other communities that have a strong voice. So they shouldn't have that idea that they can't be part of central council unless they're from Iqaluit. It's just a mentality that has to change, and that just comes back to the communication. We also need more stronger Inuit representation in our association. The bylaw policy that the change that was created by Joey Rhodes and Becky Tutu, I'm going to fully support that. I'll be voting for that at the AMCC to vote to include that, so we guarantee an Inuit member at large at every position. But I don't think we should stop there. We should be encouraging our members, our Inuit members, to run for any position they want. They shouldn't feel like they need to have that Inuit member at large position. There's a lot of strong, valuable Inuit leadership in our association, and I think their voices need to be heard, and I really want to encourage them to run for higher office. So the last thing that I want to talk about is, just because it's relevant in the news, it's out there, those CBC articles about the violence in schools. We need a voice in there that's going to push the government to come up with a consistent, standardized way to track this across Nunavut. The fact that there's nothing in place right now is shameful, especially with the number of reported incidences that they found. We can't make change if there's not any documentation. So we need to really push the government on this, get them involved, and get them concerned about it. And if elected, I'm going to be a guy that's going to really push that and force that with them. That's it from me, folks. Enjoy your Friday. I really appreciate you taking the time. I know I promised a Q&A video last week, but I only got, sorry about the baby, I only got one response, so I answered them in person. I got a few more throughout the week, so I will do up a video tonight or tomorrow and put that out there. So if you're interested, head over to my Facebook page and check out the Q&A video either tonight or tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Good luck with your decision on Tuesday, and hopefully you're ready for a little change and some new ideas to come into the NTA office. And if you are, please vote for Justin Matchett on Tuesday. Have a great weekend. Cheers, folks.